Today our topic is the art of saying no, a Stoic perspective. Saying no is one of the hardest things for many people to do. We often feel pressured to say yes to others, whether it's at work, in relationships, or in social situations. We fear rejection, disappointing others, or being seen as selfish. But learning to say no is not just about setting boundaries. It's about living a life true to yourself, your values, and your priorities. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us how to say no with wisdom, courage, and calmness. Let's explore how this philosophy can guide us in mastering the art of saying no. Stoicism is a philosophy that focuses on what we can control and what we cannot. The Stoics believe that our happiness and peace of mind come from focusing on things within our control, like our thoughts, actions, and choices. Things outside our control, like other people's opinions or unexpected events, should not disturb us. This idea is central to understanding why saying no is so important. When we say yes to everything, we give away our control. We let others decide how we spend our time, energy, and resources. This can lead to stress, burnout, and a feeling of being lost. Saying no, on the other hand, is an act of reclaiming control over your life. It's about choosing what aligns with your values and letting go of what doesn't. The first step in mastering the art of saying no is to know yourself. The Stoics believed in self-awareness. They encouraged people to reflect on their values, goals, and priorities. Ask yourself, what is truly important to me? What do I want to achieve in life? What kind of person do I want to be? When you have a clear understanding of your values, saying no becomes easier. You can evaluate requests and opportunities based on whether they align with what matters most to you. If something doesn't fit, it's okay to say no. Remember, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. If you say yes to working overtime, you might be saying no to spending time with your family. If you say yes to attending every social event, you might be saying no to rest and self-care. The Stoics remind us that our time and energy are limited. We must use them wisely. Saying no is not about being selfish. It's about being intentional. It's about making choices that allow you to live a meaningful and balanced life. One of the reasons we struggle to say no is the fear of what others will think. We worry about being judged, rejected, or disliked. The Stoics have a powerful response to this fear. Other people's opinions are outside our control. We cannot control how others perceive us, and trying to please everyone is a losing battle. Instead, focus on being true to yourself. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. In other words, don't let the fear of judgment stop you from making the right choices for yourself. When you say no, do it with kindness and respect. You don't need to explain or justify your decision in detail. A simple, "I'm sorry, I can't," or "that doesn't work for me," is enough. You don't owe anyone a long explanation. The Stoics believed in being honest and straightforward, without being harsh or rude. Saying no doesn't mean you're rejecting the person. It simply means you're choosing to prioritize your own needs and values. Another important Stoic principle is to focus on the present moment. Often we say yes because we're worried about the future. We think, what if this person gets upset with me? Or what if I miss out on an opportunity? The Stoics remind us that the future is uncertain and largely outside our control. Worrying about it only creates unnecessary anxiety. Instead, focus on the present. Ask yourself, is this the right choice for me right now? If the answer is no, trust your judgment and act accordingly. The Stoics also teach us to accept discomfort. Saying no can feel uncomfortable, especially if you're not used to it. You might feel guilty or anxious, but discomfort is a natural part of growth. The more you practice saying no, the easier it becomes. Think of it as building a muscle. At first it's hard, but over time, you get stronger. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Embracing the discomfort of saying no can help you develop resilience and confidence. Another reason we struggle to say no is because we overcommit. We take on too many responsibilities, and then we feel overwhelmed. The Stoics advise us to live simply and focus on what's essential. This doesn't mean you should avoid all commitments, but rather choose them carefully. Before saying yes to something, ask yourself, is this necessary? Does it add value to my life? If not, it's okay to decline. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's necessary if you want to be able to help others. The Stoics also remind us to be mindful of our limitations. We are not superhuman. We can't do everything, and that's okay. Accepting our limits is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. When you say no, you're acknowledging your humanity. You're recognizing that you have boundaries, and that's healthy. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realizes this, and you will find strength. This strength comes from knowing your limits and respecting them. Saying no can also be an act of self-respect. It shows that you value your time, energy, and well-being. When you say no to things that don't align with your values, you're affirming your self-worth. The Stoics believe that true happiness comes from within, not from external validation. By saying no, you're choosing to live authentically, rather than seeking approval from others. This is a powerful way to build self-confidence and inner peace. In conclusion, the art of saying no is a skill that can transform your life. About taking control of your choices, living according to your values, and respecting your limits. The Stoic philosophy offers timeless wisdom to guide us in this practice. By knowing yourself, focusing on what you can control, and embracing discomfort, you can learn to say no with confidence and grace. Remember, saying no is not about being negative or selfish. It's about creating space for what truly matters. As the Stoics would say, the key to a good life is not in having everything, but in choosing wisely. So take a moment to reflect on your priorities, and don't be afraid to say no when it's the right thing to do. Your future self will thank you.